Namaskar dosto apka, mira YouTube channel, меня свагат хай. Hello, my name is Ruslan, I'm from Russia, and now I will watch video from India. The name of this video: The Netherlands returns colonial loot. What about Britain? Vantage with Palki Sharma. Very interesting. What about Britain? Interesting question. Okay, let's start our video.
Our next story involves the Dutch government, and the British must watch it. The Dutch were among the first colonizers from Europe, and unlike the Brits, they're making amends. They're returning some 500 looted artifacts. These were looted from their former colonies,
it's very good.
Indonesia and Sri Lanka. And these are priceless pieces of heritage. Some of them have been in Dutch possession for centuries. They were looted by soldiers and eventually made their way to museums. Finally, some of them are going home. And the key word here is some. Reports say that Dutch state alone possesses about 300,000 artifacts, 3 lakh. Right now, the country is returning just 480,000. That's barely a drop in the ocean. A small step forward, long overdue, but forward nonetheless. So first, let's look at what's being returned. Indonesia will get back its so-called Lombok treasure. This includes precious stones, gold and silver jewelry. They were looted from a royal palace in the island of Lombok near Bali. Other objects include statues, a dagger, and even some modern art. These will be formally handed over to the Indonesian government on Monday. As for Sri Lanka, it's getting back just 6 objects, but one among them is quite explosive, pardon the pun. This is the cannon of Kandy. The ceremonial weapon is made of bronze, silver, and gold inlaid with rubies. It was a gift for the king of Kandy in the 1740s, but the Dutch looted it around 1765. And then it made its way to the National Museum of the Netherlands in the year 1800. It's been on display there ever since. Now, after more than 2 centuries, the cannon will return to Sri Lanka. And you may be wondering, what brought this on? Why is the Netherlands suddenly giving back this loot? Well, the government is acting on the advice of an advisory committee. It released a report in the year 2020. It said all looted objects should be returned unconditionally. The report rightly called the Dutch colonial collections loot. It said the government should recognize the injustice and display willingness to make amends. Now, 3 years later, the Dutch government has started to act. Again, better late than never. And the Netherlands is not alone. A host of European nations have been coming to terms with their dark colonial past, like Germany, Belgium, and France. They've all started returning some looted artifacts. It began with French President Emmanuel Macron. In 2017, he called for the return of the loot. And since then, many have followed suit. But guess who hasn't? The UK. Britain is refusing to budge. They were the biggest looters. They have the greatest collection of colonial loot, and they don't want to give it up. Because if they do, they'll have to empty their legendary loot box. They call it the British Museum. They don't want to empty it. Not even the son of former colonial subjects, Rishi Sunak. He's the Prime Minister. A few months ago, Sunak said, and I'm quoting, "Our galleries and museums are funded by taxpayers because they are a huge asset to this country. We share their treasures with the world, and the world comes to the UK to see them. The collection of the British Museum is protected by law, and we have no plans to change it." So he's hiding behind the British Museum Act. It's a law that prevents the museum from returning any of its collections permanently. A rather convenient law made by the Brits to serve British interests. So while the rest of Europe sprouts a conscience, the UK still wants to brazen it out.
Wow, I don't hear about that, but I think it's good when European countries who be colonialists now they say it's our mistake and we give you your history objects. I think it's very good way. I think Great Britain they do that, but after time. It's sad because they be a biggest colonialists, and they don't want to do that. Give Indians to India, to Thailand, to Sri Lanka, and a lot of countries these historical and traditional objects, and another countries do that, and I think it's very good way. Britons, they say they teach a lot of people, a lot of country how to live, but they don't. It looks like, I don't know, but it looks like they don't think about his mistakes. He see only mistakes to another country's mistakes, not these mistakes. But I think they do that, but after time. And Netherlands go to good way. Okay, this is my reaction on this interesting video. I don't know about this information. Thanks for watching. See you later on my channel. Bye bye.